the people want to know, what are you looking at this week, AJ? What's the pick of the week? Today, it's Behemoth Verizon, ticker
Yeah.
symbol VZ. What are you seeing? What's the play, Verizon?
I know this is going to just frustrate so many people because there's so much movement in the markets. But when there's all this volatility, especially volatility that I didn't know was going to happen as little as 48 hours ago, I go and I look for the consistent, the reliable, what's going to be there, what's where is money going to be that is not going to be changing, because that's what I trade, right? I'm not somebody who wants to trade, whatever hype is out there. I just want the income to come in, right? So Verizon, boring, right? Has a certain number of fiber optic clients, has a lot of people who are on their wireless service, and they make money. They make money every quarter, and they give a healthy dividend. And people who invest in Verizon are very much interested in that nice hefty dividend. I mean, it's up at 66.5 cents now. That's not bad for a dividend, right? That means that every quarter it's paying close to 2.5% or something like that. So maybe a little bit less than that, but still a nice paycheck for just owning Verizon. Perfect stock for selling premium on. What I'm looking for is a top to form. So I'm looking for a signal. I'm going to get rid of some of my signals on the screen here because it's getting kind of confusing. It's one of the things I was, just on a side note, I was telling some of my program participants just last night was, get rid of the conflicting, indications on your chart, whether it be lines of support and resistance that you decided like 5 months ago when you first looked at this symbol, or conflicting indicators. Stick with what you put in your trade plan. So I'm waiting for a top to form. It's not here yet, so I'm not going to be taking any action today, or maybe not even Monday or Tuesday or next week. But when my little indication says that a top is formed, I'll get a magenta arrow in this case. And I get the subsequent day follow throughs, right? I program that follow through into my conditional trading bots. I'm thinking about shorting some Verizon. Either I'm gonna short the stock, or I'm gonna buy a deep in the money, far out in time put option. The one that I pulled out for myself would be the Verizon March 2025. So that's more than 8 months to expiration. $47 put. So it's very deep in the money put. So I'll either buy that put option or I'll short the stock. And then that sets me up for every time I have a bottom indication, I can sell put premium, buy protective calls, and then just adjust the trade about once or twice every month. Put on the premium trade, put on the protective option trade, and then take them off. Put them on, take them off. And each time I'll make that my own sort of dividend, right? I'll make my own sort of premium trade. And this is going to create a nice, reliable, when all else is going up and down and not traceable, I'm going to be getting a nice, reliable income off of Verizon. And those are the trades I love.
Yeah, and they're not one of these super innovative, wild, flying tech companies.
Right.
And a lot of people need, a lot of businesses, a lot of people need Verizon to
It's
conduct
not
their
going
everyday.
anywhere.
Yeah, it's not
Not
one of
going
those
anywhere.
luxury purchases. So, Verizon, ticker symbol VZ. We'll keep that on our watch list, and
Mhm.
maybe revisit it in a couple weeks to see where we're at.
Not only that,
Right.
I wouldn't mind putting shares of Verizon in my long-term portfolio, my real long-term buy and hold, just because of that dividend. So I could see SIP playing both sides of this. I'm talking about setting up a short position at the top, but I could also see the next time I get a bottom signal, setting up a long position and playing both sides and creating double the income, and then holding on to the long position and just holding it for years, right? Because, like I said, the dividend is too hard to ignore.